Alright everybody, today what I'm going to do is rank all of my Hot Toys figures to see which one I like the best for no reason, to make a video for fun. So yeah, we're basically just gonna start at the bottom of the list, and it's the Mark, this is the Mark like 6, I think? Holographic version of Iron Man that I got for free from Sideshow because they were giving it away, because this is a pretty weird version of Iron Man that you see for like 2 seconds in a hologram, so I just have that, and I took it out of the main display because there wasn't really room for him, so he's just with these guys. But yeah, so that's a figure that exists, I guess. Then at number 28, we have the in-game Thor, which isn't really the best version of Thor, so it's not one of my favorites, but I mainly got it because all the other characters I had were from in-game, so this kind of fit the best, but honestly, I don't even think there's that many good Thor figures. So hopefully a Doomsday one will be, well, actually that new Age of Ultron one looks pretty good, so, but yeah, this one's just not the best version of Thor. He's the fat man, but the head sculpt's not bad. I did like scuff it because it was dropped. Then for number 27, we have the DX Mandalorian Luke, which is a pretty cool version of Luke, but I think the head sculpt's a little weird, and his outfit's just kind of more boring compared to a lot of other figures, so that's kind of why he's near the bottom, but he does come with a cool Dark Trooper piece and little Grogu, so yeah. All right, then at number 26, we have Anakin from the Clone Wars. This is the original Clone Wars release, which I do really like because, you know, it completes this trio. But the head sculpt's a little bit outdated, but I've always really liked this outfit. I've never liked how desaturated basically all of Hot Toys lightsabers are, which is why I have an Ironworks one, but those are so expensive, so it would cost a lot to replace all of these, but maybe I will eventually. But now I'm just rambling. All right, next we have Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse, and this figure is super cool because you can have a whole bunch of different outfits, but I've always liked this one with the blue jacket and stuff, so I've just always had him like this. But yeah, this is one that I feel more comfortable posing. I haven't checked on it in a while. Hopefully the red's not all cracking or something, but this figure is pretty cool. And next we have the 501st Battalion clone. And this was my first clone. It was like my second figure, I think, so this one is super cool. I don't have a Captain Rex, which is kind of a problem, but I don't really love either of the ones that they've made because I kind of have everything as Phase 1, but the Phase 1 helmet on the Ahsoka Rex is super weird. And so yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do about Rex. Maybe they'll make a Phase 1 eventually, but this just regular clone here is pretty cool. He also has a 332nd helmet. All right, next we have the young Ahsoka from the Ahsoka flashbacks, and she fits well with these two. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It has a silicone and head sculpt's pretty good. Got moving eyes and stuff, so it's a little bit more modern than this guy. So yeah. And next we have the in-game Cap, which I think might still be the best Cap figure. The new stealth suit one's pretty cool, but I feel like the proportions are kind of weird. And I do like this suit more, so yeah. This one's really cool. It's pretty hard to rank this guy for some reason, so I don't know. These rankings could change depending on the day, but the head sculpts are kind of not as good as they would be today, but I think this is like a really cool version of Cap, and he's got Mjolnir. Although I think that's actually Mjolnir from this guy, because it has some more weathering on it, and I just like gave him that one, so yeah. All right, next is another one that was hard to rank because this was my first figure, and I have always really liked it, but there's like 3 different versions now that are a lot better than this one of the same suit, so it would probably be a lot lower on other people's lists, but I do still really like it, even though it's not chrome or anything. Yes, this is the original Season 2 Beskar Mando. I could maybe have Cap ahead of him also, but I don't know. I could upgrade to a new one, but I've never sold a figure before, so I don't know. All right, next we have the damaged Boba Fett from that episode of Mando, which was so cool. He was so good in that episode, and then he just was like not cool anymore after that. But yeah, so this I thought this was a cool version. I would kind of rather have like an Empire version of Boba now, but so maybe if they make a new version of that, I would get it. But I still think this is a pretty cool armor, and yeah, so I don't have the 2-pack. It's just this guy. Next, we have his father Jango from Attack of the Clones, which is pretty cool. He's not chrome or anything either, but I'm not sure if it would be accurate to be chrome or not, but he does have a lot of pleather on him, which I'm kind of scared of that cracking. I've never had any pleather crack in like the 5 years I've been collecting, so it'll probably happen eventually, which won't be good, but right now this figure's super cool. All right, now we have the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, which you can kind of tell my favorite versions of these characters are the Clone Wars ones, but I've never really loved this head sculpt. I mean, it can look good, but it also can be kind of weird looking at the same time. So I do really like this armor for him and the cape and stuff. So I kind of have him ahead of people, even though the head sculpt's not the greatest. All right, next we have the in-game armored Thanos, which I think is the coolest looking version. And this one was basically the one that was available when I started getting into collecting. It is pretty cool with the armor and stuff. So yeah, he's trying to give you a fist bump. He looks pretty angry. All right, now we have a figure that I wanted a long time ago. This was the first figure. This is the first Hot Toys figure pretty much that I wanted to buy. And then I just never did because I was too scared to spend that much on a figure. And now I have like way too many. But just kidding, there's never enough. So, but then when they reissued it with this Phase 1 helmet, that pretty much fit with the Phase 1 stuff that I had going on. And yeah, I'll probably get Wolf as well to go with these guys and Plo Koon. But yeah, so Cody is super cool. But I do have 5s ahead of him because I think he looks cooler, and also I like his character more. Because that arc of Season 6 is one of my favorites, even though he wears this armor for like part of an episode in it or something, or maybe one episode, I can't remember. But yeah, so I'm glad they fixed the helmet. They put the diamond thing, even though it's kind of still wrong, but yeah, I really like how this figure looks, and the head sculpt's pretty good. Next on the list, I have Baylan Skoll, who looks pretty cool. I mean, his outfit's kind of just robes and stuff, although this part does look pretty cool too, so he has some armor. And yeah, that head sculpt's pretty great. So I'm not sure if they'll make a new version of this character with the new actor, but he was super cool in the show, so I had to get him. You got that wired cape and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've had him in this pose since I got him. Maybe I should repose it, but yeah, anyways. Next, we have the black suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2. Now, this is super cool because just that shininess, and they really made it look like a symbiote. And right now I have this head on him. And yeah, so those Waldo things are pretty cool too. Although they have been putting that on like a whole bunch of Spider-Mans, but I only have one with them, so. I do need a regular red and blue Spider-Man, so I'll probably get the Brand New Day figure. This is a pretty cool version of a symbiote suit. All right, then next I have Shin. And I do like Baylan's character more, but I feel like this figure is kind of better because it has like more going on, and the head sculpt is so good. So like, I really like how this looks. Pretty great figure. All right, Loki almost made it into the top 10, but I have 10 other figures ahead of him, I guess. But yeah, so this is super cool. He has his own whole shelf right now. I think I'll eventually make this into a Doomsday shelf because I'm going to want like a bunch of figures from that movie. And this guy will be in it. I'm not sure if he'll look any different, but yeah, so he's holding the Strands of Time and looks so good. The head sculpt's pretty good. It's not a 10, but I do like it. It's not the artisan version, but it looks pretty good all on his own. All right, next we have Darth Revan himself, who is such a cool Sith that I needed him in the collection. And I kind of regret not getting Starkiller, but yeah, he's just so cool, so he had to be high on the list. A lot of people complain about the hood, which it is not good, but I feel like I made it not look so bad, but maybe you think it looks terrible, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. We have the Mark 85 Battle Damage version, which was my first Iron Man and only Iron Man. I already forgot about it, the holographic one, but that's, actually I think it does have diecast because it's super heavy, but I don't know. Anyways, this one is way better. So yeah, the diecast is super cool, and the head sculpt's pretty good. It's not the best by today's standards, but I still have this as one of my favorites. All right, next up we have the Kenobi Vader, which is another figure that has pleather, so hopefully it doesn't just start dying eventually. But yeah, that head sculpt is so good. And I also have an Ironworks saber to go with him, which makes him look so much better than all the other lightsabers. Cool. I do like the new battle damage one more, but I just decided to keep this one. Pretty cool Vader. He kind of does not fit with this case because this is like all Clone Wars stuff for the most part. So I'll probably move him eventually till I can put another Clone Wars character here, like that Plo Koon and Wolf. Next up, we have Moon Knight, which is just such a cool design. I don't even think the show is that great. I do really love the character, but yeah, I mean, this design is just so good that I needed the figure, and the cape is the best thing ever. And yeah, it's just so cool looking. Even though he has a giant base for some reason. He's just one of my favorites. All right, at number 6, we have Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool was one of my favorite characters, and I think this is his coolest costume and best figure. So yeah, got the golden guns, and I don't really love that base, but this is just a really good figure. And now we have reached the top 5, where we have my only DC figure for now, which is the DX32 Joker. This is not the artisan one, but it's still super good. That head sculpt is pretty great. And yeah, so I have him in the grenade pose. So yeah, this is my only DC figure, so it doesn't really make sense in this case, but I am getting the in-art Corn Sweat Superman, and I do want to pre-order that BVS Batman they just showed, but that's going to be 3 different DC universes that I would have figures from. So like, should I just wait for a Bale Batman? I don't know, because I already have the Corn Sweat Superman pre-ordered, but I mean, there's no Superman in the Dark Knight trilogy, but yeah, I mean, Joker is just so good in that movie, and everybody has that opinion. But yeah, so I had to get this. All right, next we have the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine as well. And this figure is so good that I don't know what else to say at this point. But yeah, the silicone arms and everything. I love the cowl because I just love the comic designs. So I had to put that on, even though that Hugh Jackman head sculpt is super good as well. I do think the eyes are like kind of big on it, so sometimes it looks weird to me. But yeah, the cowl just looks so good. It's just so bright and colorful. Shelf here. Except I do wish these claws were die-cast. Alright, we're getting into the top 3. Now I have General Grievous, which is just awesome. He's so cool. I've always wanted a Hot Toys Grievous, and they finally made it. And it's so good. So I have the battle damage head on him right now because they did that weird scratch, the weird paint on that scratch, which I think blends in more with the battle damage head, but yeah, I mean, this figure is so cool. It would cost a lot to get Ironwork sabers to replace all of these because they look kind of bad, not lit up, but all right, and number 2 is right next to him. We have Carnage from Let There Be Carnage, which I don't even remember what happens in that movie because it was kind of bad. But Carnage, he's always been one of my favorite Marvel characters just because he looks cool, basically. I just love all the tendrils and all the detail on this. It's insane. There's just so much detail on him, and he looks so gross. He does have visible joints, but I mean, I have them both bent, so you can't really see them. It's only like right here that you can see one, but you won't really notice that until now because I just pointed it out. But so yeah, this figure is so good. It's kind of hard to decide between these two, but I picked this guy above him because of all that detail. All right, then at number 1, I have the new DX Terminator T800 battle damage. This thing is like a work of art. It's so good. Just that diorama base. You have all this gross detail. The head sculpt is pretty good too. And yeah, I mean, it's just all leather. That's so cool. This figure is just so good. Yeah, this thing is insane. That's why I have him in the Chaos Ultra. And he looks so good. So with these lights, it really fits the whole scene. This is my favorite Hot Toys figure, at least today. Maybe it will change eventually, but as I get more figures, I got some in-art stuff on pre-order. Maybe those will overtake all the Hot Toys stuff. But yeah, I mean, right now, this is so good. That is about it for the Hot Toys rankings. So let me know what you guys think. All 27 of you that will watch this. Anyway, yeah. So maybe I should rank all my Marvel Legends. No, that would be terrible. That's about it for this video, guys. See you in the next one.